Honorable Chair, sir, I thank you for this opportunity to make just a few sharp points on the railway budget. On the railway budget, the first thing that I would like to draw the Honorable Railway Minister's attention, I would like to draw भाई मेरे समय बर्बाद क्यों करे भाई तो first thing I would like to draw the attention of the Honorable Railway Minister, who has a wide background of administration, is that half the passengers of a daily basis in India, half the railway passengers in India on a daily basis are just 3 suburban railways. The 3 suburban railways constitute half the passengers, daily passengers of India. So with this in mind, if half the passengers or even 45% of the passengers are suburban passengers of Bombay, of Mumbai, Kolkata and Chennai and others, they have never got 1% of the railway budget. They go in packs like animals, they hang out like birds. Shame. This sort of a treatment, shameful treatment of suburban railway passengers must end during your tenure, Mr. Railway Minister. You can take a look at that. So that is the first point I am making, that suburban railways have always been neglected except in very brief periods. So please look at suburban railways as a special project. The problem is he has one of the finest cadres of traffic, accounts, mechanical, electrical, one of the finest cadres. But most of them consider suburban railways to be a pain, to be unprofitable. Now, you can't have profitability everywhere. We don't have profitability in Narega. We don't have profitability in food for work, in food aids, to treat it as a social sector project. My first request, you will be catering in one stroke to 50% of the daily passengers of India. Please take a fresh look at it. The second point I would like to make is NMP, this National Monetization Scheme, is a cloud wrapped within an enigma, wrapped within a mystery. Please come out transparently. Railways are too important and too risky to be leased out even for a short while to private profiteers. Railways you are talking of leasing 1400 kilometers. I can't travel on a Rajdhani wondering whether the next 100 kilometers of tracks are being maintained by a profiteer. Please clarify, where are you doing it? On what grounds are you doing it? Every feet of railway line has to be maintained, and they are doing a splendid job out of it. But in spite of that, accidents happen. So please be careful. Railways are the lifeline of India. Before you lease out anything of the railways, please be more transparent. Let it be in the public domain. Your budget is 1.5 lakh crores. Your net worth is more than the Government of India's budget. You are an aristocratic department. Come out transparently. Don't play behind screens. So my second point is on NMP. You are leasing out 400 stations. Which 400 stations? Who is in charge of what? Who is in charge of signaling? Who is in charge of delays? Who is in charge of anything? The railways are the heart of the administration of India. Do not play around with it. If you have to lease, if you have to earn money, build supermarkets over railway stations of urban areas, which is within your control, It's not like a gas pipeline from one end to the other that you lease out. Railways are just too risky. So before we fall for this NMP game, which is, as I said, a mystery within a mystery within a mystery, please come out with facts. One of the honorable members has said a lot of negative things about Mamata Banerjee as railway minister. I don't want to get into all that. All I am saying is that she had a vision statement made by professionals when she was here. The second statement is that she knows what the people want. Otherwise, she wouldn't be getting elected again and again. Have a look at that statement. Have a look at that statement. Last point that I would like to make, sir, is that when you lease out You are leasing out the pride of India, the heritage railways. The heritage railways are like the Jawhar, like the jewels of India. How can you lease out your own jewels? The Darjeeling railways, first of all, it's under sad state of neglect. Okay, Sapno ke Rani and all that. It's in a sad state of neglect as it is. What will a private company do there? It requires infrastructural investment. So before you lease out jewels like the Darjeeling Heritage Railway, Shimla Heritage Railway, or even the Konkan Railway, which is one of the pride of the Indian railways, why are you going in for that? This pagalpan about earning 6 lakh crores from this and that can come out, but not from selling off family silver. Don't sell off our lives, our safety, our lifeline for a few coins of silver. Mr. Minister, sir, and my ultimate point, I won't encroach on your time. Ultimate point is, one fact is not told to you and told to most people. There are people who require a small machine to be plugged in while traveling on the train for breathing, CPAP, BPAP. Somebody mentioned bronchial, I think Vasan Saab mentioned. So there are these machines that have very low power consumption. Your ministry cuts off the line every half an hour, which destroys the machine. Your light is on, your fan is on, why can't that plug point be on? I mean, I have not been able to understand. I've spoken to half a dozen people. So please remember these points, that the life-saving point, which is just a plug point in your compartment, let it be on. I round up by complimenting you. You come with a wide experience.
Thank you.
The budget is good. Thank you. Budget, your part of the budget is good. But please come back to suburban passengers who are being treated like second-class, third-class citizens and animals. Please reconsider your part in the National Monetization Program. Please reconsider the heritage railways. Thank you very much. And